Hey guys, welcome back to another Tip Tuesday. Today's tip is going to be how to clean the inside of your tumblers. I get asked all the time, how do you get the epoxy out? How do you get the spray paint out? There are several different ways. First, I want to start off by saying you can tape off the inside of your cups if you want to do that. We know that I'm a lazy crafter, so I just kind of go with the flow. So sometimes I'll get spray paint on the inside. Sometimes I'll get alcohol ink or epoxy. So I'm going to show you quickly how I do it. Super easy. It's not a lot of work, and it'll get you cleared right up, all right? So let's see. I'm going to use acetone and rubbing alcohol and a Sharpie. I mean, not a Sharpie, an X-Acto knife with a sharp blade. Be very careful with this though, okay? Because this is dangerous, or this can cut you or slip you, whatever. Just be careful. So let's see. I'm gonna go down here. Excuse my mess. Work in progress, right? So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my sharp X-Acto, and I'm gonna hold it. There's not really any epoxy in this one, but I'm gonna hold it like at a 90-degree angle, and I scrape all on the inside. This one's already been done, to make sure there's no epoxy on the inside. I'm gonna get it all off. So that one was done there. So this one, as you can see, there is some epoxy in the rim right there. So this is what we're gonna do. Taking that at an angle, like a 90-degree with my thumb right here, kind of holding it on. And see how it's coming off the inside right here? So it's cutting that, it's not cutting on the rim right here, it's cutting on the inside. So it's gonna just slice it just to get on that inside rim. All right. So it's still, we still got, so now it's detached from the inside. Make sure to wipe it all off. I'll show you how to do all that. And then I just take, this is kind of satisfying, like this. After you've detached it from the inside, from that ledge, and then you're just going to slide your blade under there. Please be careful doing this. You could also just use, you could do acetone if you wanted to, and it would take a little bit of elbow grease, but you could if you don't want to use the blade. So now I have all the epoxy from the inside, so nothing else. So now all we're going to do is clean that up. Okay, so I got my paper towels. I usually have, I don't know where they are, but all right. So I have this little pumper thing. I got this at the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they carry them anymore. I had a bunch of them at one time, and I just still have them. And then I'm just going to rub that acetone on the inside of this cup, making sure all the inside is cleaned out. Now you still see, we still have some stuff right here. This cup is kind of, it's not 100% cured. It's been spinning for about 8 or 10 hours, but I wanted to show you on this. And then I use a fingernail file. There's a beauty supply store right down the road from the shop, and that's where I get all these. And I go at an angle. Make sure all of that is off. Essentially, you could have done this before you cleaned it so you didn't have to do it twice. I'm taking that. Oh, look, there's a, it's like, oh no, I heard something rattling, but my epoxy pieces were in there. Now your rim is totally clean. Inside of your cup is clean. Now you would wash this with soap and water. I got to make sure you don't give your customer cups with little pieces. I would wash this with soap and water and it'll be ready to go. So I'll show you again. We had already gotten the epoxy out of this one. So I'm going to show you just how easy it is to get the spray paint out. What makes this easier, if you have those magic eraser sheets, which I usually have some, but I don't know, this place is a disaster. It's really easy. You don't have to scrub as hard if you have those. So if you have those around somewhere. And then as you can see, after I cleaned it, there's some epoxy that I missed. So then I'll just go back, take my blade, and pick it up here. I'm going to take this. Got one more. There we go. Oops, nope, missed a spot. There we go. There we go. Now our rim is all cleaned out. And that is it. Easy breezy. Lemon squeezy. There you go. So it takes just a few minutes. There are also products on the line available. I think Tumbler Shields is one of them that you can put on the inside of your cups and then put your chucks on. I don't know if those fit with my chucks, so I've never used them. I know a lot of customers do. You can also, if you wanted to take the precautions before you started, you could take tape and tape on the inside of here. So so essentially nothing would get on the inside. You can use Vaseline and rub on the inside of your cup. I just think Vaseline for myself would probably be messy, and I would contaminate my epoxy. So I've never done that. I'm just kind of a go with the flow, no pre-planning. If I need a cup, run outside, spray it real quick type of girl. So that's why my cups need cleaning afterwards. But essentially, if you're careful, you don't have epoxy. But sometimes there's just going to be those times that you're like, as much as you're careful, you're still going to get stuff on the inside of your cup. So it just takes a few minutes to clean them up. Now these get a bath, and then they'll be ready to package up and send out, okay? So thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any suggestions on what kind of tips that you want to see next, just leave them in the description below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and turn the bell on so you know when the next one is loaded. And I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.